My life would be so much easier if I listened to my own advice. And finishes in December. How cute are these shoes, by the way? What do you think of the colour? Because I have taken Don't Need a Man to a whole new level. That was just an excuse, really. Mummy's boys. Mummy's boys. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I think this lens is dirty. Just giving you a little clean. I'm back. This will be the 3 weeks since I last vlogged. Now you're watching this because I went on holiday last week and posted an Abercrombie & Fitch jean try on haul rather than a vlog, which I think has gone down well. I've had some lush comments on there, and I think it had been a while since I'd done a try on haul. I had my nails done yesterday. I know I've spoken to you about how bad my anxiety's been, but having long nails was just not fitting the vibe because I kept wanting to like snap them off, like literally bite them off. So I went to Faith yesterday, I was like, mate, take them off, take them down, take them off, everything. So she fully stripped my nails of everything and then reapplied a fresh set. And I love them. I haven't had short nails for such a long time, but it feels like it was very much needed. I needed to go. I needed to have like a little change. I'm going to make you a bit higher because this is hurting. So I'm very aware that I have lots to update you on in this vlog. I'm not going to do it all in one go. But as you know, Shelbs is in New Zealand. She's been there for 2 weeks now. And I am actually loving being in the house on my own, which is a shock to all of us. Obviously we miss SG, all three of us do, but it's been really important for me to have this time on my own. And it's not even been that long really, because I was on holiday for a week, so I've only done like 5 nights sporadically, broken up either side of my holiday. So yeah, I am struggling at the moment, and I know that that is no secret, but I saw this post the other day, and you know what, it like so perfectly explained how I feel and how I think I'm dealing with this situation. And it said, you can feel both happy and sad. You can feel unsure and certain. You can feel lost while on the right path. 2 truths are possible at the same time. And I loved it so much because I feel like I haven't been all right for, I mean, this whole year inevitably has been up and down, but I have really been struggling with my anxiety and my headspace for the last, maybe like, I think nearly 2 months, or like about in between 1 and 2 months, I feel like I've really felt this particular way. I am very much the sort of person that just cracks on all the time. Like I always just crack on. I don't think in my entire life I have ever had a day where like I haven't got out of bed, and that behaviour and that outlook has kind of come back to bite me on my ass. I will fight any sign that I need to slow down, pause, take a breath, ever. So like this whole year, I think I've missed 1 week of vlogging. And bearing in mind, I'm getting divorced, have moved house, most things in my life are uncertain. I guess that is kind of something to be proud of in amongst my thoughts of feeling like I have achieved and done nothing. Now don't get me wrong, your comments saying what I have achieved has helped my mindset so much with that, and I do feel differently about it. And my approach for the rest of this year is very much just to keep going and take the time I need, lean into the slower pace, pause, breathe, realign, reset, all of those things. And that is very much the headspace that I'm trying to move into. It's just not learned behaviour for me. And whilst I'm actively trying to think that way, it's also exhausting trying to retrain my brain, because all my brain knows is you don't stop, you keep going regardless. I guess everything has caught up with me, and when I look back on videos when me and my ex-husband first split up, I can see that coping mechanism kicked in straight away. It was like, I'm fine because I have to be fine. And as I've moved through this year, and as I am making my self-growth my priority in life, I'm starting to realise that actually I had feelings left to feel, and things hurt that I said didn't, or convinced myself that didn't, and things like that. So I'm very much trying to just, I guess the way to describe how I feel is that I am trying to leave no stone unturned moving into the next year, knowing full well that this year has just completely tipped my world upside down. And I have these thoughts and moments of thinking like, it's not that bad, like no one's died, it's not that bad, you've got a roof over your head. Like, it's such a toxic way to think. I do it all the time. Every single time something happens in my life where I'm feeling some sort of way, my initial go-to thought pattern is to think how much worse it could be. To a certain extent, it does help to kind of bring yourself into reality and gratitude and all of that. But if you spent your whole life thinking someone's got it worse, someone will always have it worse regardless of your situation. So it's kind of like a waste of time anyway. My life would be so much easier if I listened to my own advice. Like, I'm talking to you now thinking, you sound quite wise, babes. Am I taking that on board? Not really. Again, not without kicking and screaming about it. So I haven't like fully been back in the house for a long enough time to sort my life out, but that is very much my focus this week. Next week, I have had quite a few deliveries for my bedroom, so we're going to sort that out later. I've got somebody coming around this afternoon to quote me for painting the room, because I really need this house to feel like I have somewhere that is just my space, my safe space, my home, and my, like, literally to feel like mine, because like I said, it does still feel to me like I'm living in someone else's house. Maybe that's how renting always feels. Like, I obviously haven't rented for a very long time, and I've never rented on my own. I think I've had one period of my life where I lived on my own, and I was 22. I'd just split up from my first boyfriend, and I lived in an annex. So like, it was a double converted garage on the side of a very close family friend's house. So although I lived on my own for like, I think it was 6 months in total before I moved in with my ex-husband, it's like I didn't have a long time living on my own at all. And when I lived on my own in drama school, you're 18, it's a different kind of vibe. So this whole setup is not only new to me, but it's like alien to me at the same time. I'm actually hoping that in the space that Shelps is away, I start to feel either differently about the house, or realign what I want to do with my living situation. Like, you know, will I be able to buy somewhere on my own? Will I be happy living on my own? All of those things. A lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, a lot of growing, a lot of learning, a lot of crying. But yeah, I am okay at the same time as not being okay. And I guess as much as I struggle to pick up the camera and feel like I'm constantly bringing low vibes to you, your comments not only keep this channel going, but make me want to put all of my input into this channel and this space. Like, it feels like I have best friends on a platform that unfortunately I haven't met yet, hopefully one day, because it's just amazing. Like, I read the comments, I'm like, bloody hell, how do they know me so well? And then I just forget how intimate this kind of space is, and I love that for everyone involved. So yeah, anyway, today is Friday. I was meant to be vlogging yesterday, but I just couldn't face picking up the camera. It was an unintentional self-care day that I needed yesterday. I thought today I'm going to start off by just giving you a little bit of a debrief on how I'm feeling, and then we'll crack on with a normal day of chaos. I'm going to meet my friend Beck for a coffee in a minute, and her little baby Daisy is quite possibly the cutest child I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm gonna go and have a nice little cuddle with her. And then I've got PT this morning. Want to sort out my new furniture. I might have to get Jason and Molly are down this weekend. I might need to get Jason to help me bring one of the pieces of furniture up the stairs because it's quite heavy. And yeah, I'd like to get that sorted. And then this evening, Mum, Molly, JJ and I are going out for dinner. So that'll be nice too. And I will need to wash my hair. I oiled it yesterday, so washed it the night before and then woke up with it dry, and I've just literally soaked it in oil, and all the oil is sinked in and it feels so soft. It's delicious. How beautiful are these flowers as well? Trace made me this bunch. I put them in one of my favourite vases, but it does make such a difference having fresh flowers in the house. It really just, I don't know, I love it. Hey handsome. Hey handsome head. Hey Mr. Stink. Were you naughty on your walk again this morning? Yep. Were you naughty? Yep. Were you both naughty? Yep. Can you let me know if you've watched the latest season of Sex Education, because I am loving it. I've watched all of the series, and loads of people, like the reviews on this one. Is that a delivery van? The reviews on this one are not that great. Everyone's saying that it's like been crammed into the episodes, but I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely love Eric. Like, he's just the best person ever. Oh, I don't even know if I've shown you, but we have a TV, which I've really loved sitting in the lounge and watching TV in the evening. It's the Samsung frame TV. I need to get the white frame, but I'm not in a rush to get it because it is extra. You are meant to have like artwork on it permanently, but I've not set that up yet. Also, it was like, you bought the TV, and then if you bought the sound bar, which is that, and then another speaker down there, which I've not sorted, there was like £300 cash back or something. So yeah, I bought both. I'm enjoying it a lot. That weather where it's like, I've got air conditioning on. Excuse me. What? I really want the weather to be like crisp and autumny and change of season, and it's not. It's going to be hot this weekend. I'm actually kind of gassed about it because it means I'm going to get all of my washing done, which is a good thing because I want to do the bedding, I want to do the towels, all of my holiday clothes. I was really in the mood to cook my first Sunday roast this weekend, and it's going to be like 25 degrees, which is not roast and sunshine. Some people will argue a roast can be consumed at any time of the year, but I argue that a roast starts in October and finishes in December. Right, I'm going to meet Beck now. I really love my nails. Also, I'm really into matcha at the moment. I've got a nice matcha recipe concoction. It's an iced matcha latte with almond milk, or you can choose whatever milk you want. I am a bit over milk alternatives, but when I have a really milky drink, I normally would go for like almond. So an iced matcha latte with almond milk, light ice, 2 pumps of brown sugar syrup topped with vanilla cold foam, and make sure you've got the sippy lid, not a big straw lid. Really delicious. And now I'm thinking about ordering some matcha at home to do my own. Okay, this is cool chat, bye. Can you do claps?
That's it. No, not coming out. Hey?
Whoa! Are you hungry? This is the noises she's making. She's nosy as well, isn't she?
So nosy.
Don't ask me why I'm sat on the floor. It's a very weird angle. Also sat next to a packet of toilet rolls. I've been cuddling the boys. Just giving you an arse shot. I have just had some breakfast. I'm really into egg mayo at the moment. And you saw I mix it with, this is not comfortable at all. So I will like mix it, mash it down with spring onion, parsley, bit of Greek yogurt, mustard, pepper, bit of salt. I had a really good PT situation with Kelly. We actually didn't do any PT today, but we structured a whole new fitness routine for me, which is something that I have needed to do for a while because my routine has just been so off whack and it's really affecting me. And I feel like a huge part of the reason as to why I feel so anxious is that I'm not exercising regularly enough, and like it's literally scientifically proven that that reduces anxiety. So we have like a new structure whereby I have my non-negotiable working out days per week, which is 3, and then my desired working out days per week, which would be 5, and anywhere between 3 and 5 will be amazing for me. At the moment it's like there is no routine, there's no consistency, there's no non-negotiables. It's just been really hard, but I'm not being tough on myself, I'm not putting pressure, that is just the way it's been. I'm going to get in the shower now and wash this oil out of my hair and put a bit of makeup on because I've also been trying to make a little bit more of an effort with feeling like to put together every day, even though I'm working from home. Got a couple more bits of clothes to pop away. I've put a wash on because the weather's actually good drying weather today. Can't lie, I'm really excited to do my washing this weekend. I was meant to buy what I needed to buy yesterday, and they would have arrived today had I remembered. I want to buy some really good storage bags because I use my IKEA bags a lot, but I need them to be zipped so that I can store them in the garage with like ease. I wanted to order some of those. Maybe I could go to Dunelm or The Range. They might have some bags. We'll see. See how I get on. You are just having a lovely little sleepy snoozy, aren't you? Handsome head. I did say I was gonna sort my hair and makeup out, but I realised I'm going out for dinner tonight, aren't I? So I'm going to do my makeup later. But I've put fresh clothes on as opposed to, I don't know, picking up off the floor. I got these last year from H&M and they're like a knitted, it's like a knitted co-ord set. I really want to get some more of like this sort of thing to wear around the house. Not really with a t-shirt, but the top is too hot for that right now. And I thought, I've washed my hair, but I'll let it dry naturally and then I'll style it later when I do my hair and makeup. We can do that together. So I've just found in the garage one big bag with a zip. So my plan is to put all of my summer clothes, like bikinis, shorts, because I really don't think I'm going to need them again this year. If I go away anywhere, it's going to be a little winter break, maybe I'm in somewhere for the weekend. So here's my suitcase that I need to sort out. Put all of my summer clothes away. That needs some more tender loving care. I've been trying to bring it back to life since I got home. Please ignore the period cup. It's clean. I've not even used it, but I did use it to water the petals of the hydrangea. Swear down. Then I need to put these in the garage. And then basically what has arrived in my room, ignore Franco, is a brand new rug and then my unit thing that's going to go at the bottom of my bed. It's a mirrored piece. I don't know what you'd call it. So I need to unbox that. So my plan is first, I think, is to get all of those summer clothes and those suitcases into the garage. That's what I'm planning to do. A couple of vlogs ago, or maybe in the last vlog I think it was, I told you that I've started doing colouring in again. Well, remember the pens I bought from TK Maxx, the felt pens? They're absolutely delicious. So I did this yesterday whilst listening to a podcast, and I need to show you the quality of these pens just so you can get an idea for how satisfying it is. Okay, let's go for yellow. If you haven't thought about doing this before, I cannot recommend highly enough because it is helping me so much. Oh, how nice is that? Hey, you can't sit right where I need to be. You can't sit right where I need to be. Hey, get that bum bums. I bought them from IKEA a while ago. They're called Dimper. They come in packs of 3 and they're £3. And I do need to go to IKEA next week, so maybe I'll just buy some more of those. I'm just trying to think out loud, like, are we fully done with summer? Are we done? Because it's about to get cold, but it's not yet got cold. Oh well, we'll just deal with it. How cute are these shoes, by the way? I bought them from Zara. And an FYI, I didn't actually wear them on holiday, hence why the tag's still on, but they look so cute. If you're in the southwest, you need to go shopping in Cardiff. Bristol ain't it. Bristol's got a great Primark, but apart from that, Cardiff slaps. I absolutely loved it when I went. And for an extra, for me, where I am, it's honestly like an extra 20 minutes in the car, like to get into the car park. Right, so I'm going to attempt to put this rug like half under the bed, half not. Also, what do you think of the colour? Do you like the rug? Do you like the rug? Have you farted? Bloody hell. It's heavy. Boys, I'm going to need your help on this. Scoochie, good boy. Fair play, lovely quality. Aha, the door will not shut, brilliant. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Moving furniture is hard work, man. I mean, I imagined it to go that lengthways. Let's try it one more time. Oh my god, I can't. Right, it has to go this way. There's no way it can go the other way. I think it's just gonna have to go very far in. Bed's almost gonna have to go on top of the rug. How the fuck am I doing this? How heavy is this bed? Oh, I feel this is a 2-person job, Nennas. There's just no way. Nah, I'm fucking doing this on my own. I don't give a shit. I do not need a man to do this for me. Come on! Yeah, of course, the drawers are fucking full. I'm absolutely dripping with sweat. However, we've got it in. Now, I'm just gonna go this way because it's like, that's like, I think that's how it's meant to go. And obviously we need a valance and my thing that's gonna go at the end of the bed, which I'm about to go and get now. I do like it. I do. It will be the sort of rug that I'll have forever. I'm gonna need another shower before tonight. Basically, we've ordered one of these sort of glass cube things, and I've ordered the long version, but in like a bronze colour, which is here. I'm going to attempt to unpackage it and see if I can lift it upstairs on my own. I might be mental, but we're gonna find out. Whoa, it's beautiful. Okay, it's actually really quite heavy. Obviously you can't really see it, but it's like this smoky bronze mirror. And I am going to attempt lifting that up the stairs on my own because I have taken Don't Need a Man to a whole new level. Oh, okay, I'm going in one. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy because I ordered, basically, when I was looking for like room inspiration, I saw this on Pinterest, this like brown acrylic shelf, but the only place I could find to order it was from this Chinese retailer called Litfad, Litfad. It had awful reviews, but I couldn't find anything like it anywhere else, and I really wanted it, and I'll show you the inspo picture. This is actually the inspo for my whole room, but this picture here was the inspiration. And yeah, it's just arrived. I ordered it weeks ago and it's absolutely perfect, exactly as described, this like amber acrylic shelf. I don't really know where it's going to go. And I'm going to need assistance putting that on the wall. Somebody already loves the rug. Is it lovely and soft, darling? Very in love with this. I will link everything below. I've had to put some cardboard underneath just to level it out because it was sloping down a little bit, but yeah, I'm in love. Although I feel like I've just sweat so much, I'm going to need to give my hair a little rinse again because it feels really sweaty. I am feeling so much better, and I think it could be the fact that I had a Red Bull. I don't know if I don't think it's probably made me crazy. I've actually just slicked my hair up. I'll tell you for why. I'm a bit lazy at the moment. I sweat so much that I thought I'm going to be gross and I'm not going to shower before we go out for dinner because obviously like I feel fine now. But I always have a shower before bed. I was like, can't I have 3 showers in a day? No. Well, you can, but I couldn't be asked. I have finished my thing and I am so super happy with it, and it is really just relaxing me. Oh, she's an intricate one. And I was thinking, my next one, I'm going to do just blues because blue is my favourite colour. Oh, that's beautiful. I really don't know where I got this from. I have a feeling that I bought this in Cambran with M. John about 7 or 8 years ago, whenever this craze first happened. Anyway, it has been making me immensely happy, so shout out to Cambran. Used to love that place. I'm going to do a little bit of quick makeup. I'm really in that stage of like not enjoying my face with a lot on it at the moment. I don't know if that's with age or the stress of just growing up and feeling like you have 10 other million things to do than to sit and spend 4 hours doing your face. Okay, not 4 hours, but there's definitely been times where I think I've taken 3 hours to like fully get ready. I just feel like those days are gone, you know. I just used a bit of the Beauty Pie triple hyaluronic acid. I feel like I've had a really productive day today, and that has actually made me feel so much better in terms of my mood. And I'm just really thrilled about it, and that is kind of like the end, you know. I have been loving this perfume. Well, you can see. You saw how recently I went to that YSL event. That's how much I've used. I feel like the scent really suits me, but also it lasts on my clothes for ages. People have like a scent that they can smell on them. I like to be able to smell it on me. What is the point in spending 10 grand on a perfume for only your mates to be able to say, oh, you smell nice, and you can't even smell it? I've also recently got back into this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow, what's it called? Brow Freeze. I didn't like it for ages. And I've recently started liking it again. I think you kind of need to know how to use it, but I'll start by putting it on and then I kind of just keep going over it until it's fully set, but it happens a lot quicker than this. And also I find that this does leave a little bit of a white cast if you're not careful. I need to get some better spoolies though, because these just roll around on the stick. It's really annoying. I think that like going into next week with my exercise plan and just a bit of a reset, I think I might notice a difference next week. Now, another thing I'm really enjoying is not wearing mascara. Rose Inc Skin Enhance Tinted Serum. I have used it a lot. Just realised I've not put moisturiser on. I should take care at this stage. I actually love a slick Rick, you know. Just so easy. Also, I feel like my nose is really clearing up, which is great news for everyone. And I can start really kind of upping my skin routine. I was listening to this podcast the other day. I'm going to have to link it down below because my phone's charging and I can't even get the guy's name. I think his name was Scott something. And oh my God, I've been so fascinated by it since I listened to it. I just can't stop thinking about all these things that he was saying. So I'm going to link it down below. And if you need a podcast to listen to, I highly recommend. That was the Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius Corrector in light medium, by the way. I don't think I've put makeup on without using this since I got it. Another product I'm absolutely loving is this Hourglass Stick Foundation. I have used it a lot, but I feel like you can get a really good either light coverage or really build it up to a fuller coverage and it just doesn't move. It's fantastic. Fantastic. See what I did there? This is in the shade Ivory. I didn't think I was an ivory kind of girl, but clearly I am. Anyway, so this podcast was all about the huge problem with suicide, particularly male suicide. Sorry, it's gone, like, we've taken a turn for the deep, but it's fascinating, trust. And just how much of a huge problem it is that males in this society don't have any decent role models to look up to, and how women are just overpowering men. They're earning more, they're succeeding more, women are leaving marriages more. It was really fascinating, and like when you listen to it, so much of it makes sense. And another thing that I found really interesting was him talking about, he's like obviously like an insanely super intelligent guy, and he talks a lot in facts, figures and percentages. And someone like me, I can't retain numerical information, but I really am like drawn in when someone gives me a fact like that and a figure. And he was saying that if you're in a high percentage of what's deemed as attractiveness as a male, your chances of meeting someone, how am I going to explain this? You just need to listen to the podcast. But basically, women always say like, oh, I can't meet someone, I haven't met anyone, blah, blah, blah. And it's basically talking about how our standards, in order to have a successful relationship, your standards have to be low. Now, don't get me wrong, there's like so many nuances and fine lines within this podcast. I've had some incredible conversations since listening to it, and I sent it to JJ to listen to as well, so I'm hopefully got to speak to him about it tonight. But I just found it really fascinating, like, to a certain extent, yeah. You know that thing, I don't know if I've spoken about it before on here, but I've definitely spoken about it on Instagram. I can't bear the term the ick. So people will say, like, oh, it gives me the ick, and oh my god, he did this and it gave me the ick. And it's become this real thing where like a man could look in a different direction, gave me the ick. And it's all stemmed from like Love Island, online dating. Everything is so disposable now. Everything is so nah, next. And it's just like fascinating to listen to the actual statistics as to why that's happened over the years. And I don't know, I just absolutely loved it. I found myself just jaw on the floor so much throughout it. And then I also, after that, listened to, well, interestingly enough, I was like, I feel like I need to listen to a podcast that is just gonna speak to my soul on how lost I feel right now and how desperate I am to feel validated in my feelings. And I listened to Louise Rumble. No, is that her name? Yeah, I'm sure it's her name. She's got a podcast called Open House Podcast, and she speaks to like doctors and therapists and all sorts of like incredibly knowledgeable people. And I listened to this one on healing yourself and just absolutely loved it. So I'll leave that link down below as well. As you can tell, I am very much in my like from within. I need to realign everything, and I don't know, I guess maybe the whole year I've been in my healing era. I hate that bloody phrase, and everything's a fucking era. Matcha era, concealer era, your mum era. But I very much have been on a insanely huge trajectory of, is that the right word? Trajectory, whatever. I have very much been on a huge path of self-growth this year, and it's really fucking hard, actually, is what I would say. I'm finding it really hard. Everything that I've ever done in terms of investing in myself, when I think back to like my confidence and my self-image, it's all been about self-work, and it's hard. So like I'll do my base and then I'm like, do I even need concealer? Do I even need mascara? I've been thinking about solo travel, and I posted it on my Instagram, and I have, honest to God, never had so many responses in my entire life. I definitely am wanting to do some solo travel. And I'm thinking about, I've read all of the advice on Instagram that I got, but I'd love to hear your opinion as well, because I know the audience on here is a bit different. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But I'm thinking about perhaps this year, at some point, maybe in November, going on a solo weekend trip. Thinking somewhere in Europe, either somewhere I haven't been, or I do have a bit of a Paris itch at the moment. I absolutely love Paris, and it's like one of my favourite cities. I've never done it alone, but I feel like for my first real, I mean, I have travelled solo for work, but, you know, a leisure trip, I'm thinking it would be nice to sort of do something like that before Christmas maybe. And then my other thought process, in 2014, I visited Canada and we went to Vancouver, did a tour of the Rocky Mountains, and it was one of the best trips I have ever been on in my life. And I have spoken about Canada and how I would love to live in Vancouver and how I would love to move to Canada pretty much every at least week since, and that was a long time ago, nearly 9 years ago. I was meant to be going to Canada this October. I was going to Toronto and Boston, and won't go into the reasons as to why I'm not going anymore, but I'm not going anymore. And I feel gutted because October Toronto has always been like a dream trip for me, but I have this pull still to go back to Canada and explore, and I feel like I'm in this really kind of weird place now where my house is being sold. It's in the process of being sold. Fingers crossed that all goes through as is planned. I don't have children. I don't have any huge like commitments to being in this country, and I feel like before I potentially look at purchasing a property on my own, which is a huge financial commitment, maybe I'm thinking like, do I take this opportunity to spend a little bit longer than like a holiday amount of time in Canada? And realistically, I think the absolute max I could do is like 6 weeks to 2 months, because I can't be away from the dogs for that much longer. I'm sorry if you think that's pathetic, but I just can't. They are my actual life and I love them so much. Even like that will be a push. So I'm potentially thinking about next year booking a trip a bit for like a longer amount of time in a neighbourhood in Vancouver, or maybe doing a bit of Toronto and then a bit of Vancouver, and just sort of really getting a feel for the area, and I don't know, I guess just seeing what it feels like to be out there for longer than a holiday amount of time. But yeah, I don't know if I have any Canadian followers on here, or if I have anybody who's done any long stints of travelling like that, or you know, testing the waters for living abroad. And I'm very aware that it's not straightforward as just, you can't just pick a country and move there. I'm also very aware that I could be looking at this whole thing through rose-tinted glasses and having a fucking eat, pray, love moment and thinking that I'm going to move to Canada and it's going to make all my dreams come true. I may get out there and be like, no, fuck it, I want to live in the UK, that's my home, that's where I want to stay, and I just want enough money to be able to go on holiday wherever I want. I don't know, I'm really unsure. But because I'm unsure, that's why I'm kind of open to these thoughts and feelings around testing the waters in those places. I mean, one could say I've been very thinky the last couple of weeks. I've had a lot of reflecting time, and well, I don't know, we love to see it, don't we? Absolutely loving these Rare Beauty highlighters all over again. Do you know what I mean about no mascara? Like, if I just did a lip now, that'd be lovely. Normally by now I'd be in a big fat Christmas excited mood, and I'm not, and I don't know why that is. Christmas is going to look so insanely different for me this year, but I'm actually quite excited about that, I think. I definitely want to make sure that, because I know it's going to be different, I'm going to really like go all out and do all of my, you know, little Christmas ceremonies that I do. We've got loads of Christmas content that I can't wait to do this year as well. Really excited to decorate the tree in the new house. I'm gonna buy myself presents this year. That was just an excuse, really. I mean, why not? Do you know what I mean? This Beauty Pie loose powder is just my absolute favourite. I actually prefer it to the Laura Mercier one. It's this one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my lip, and then I'm gonna decide if we're gonna go for mascara or not, because I'm thinking perhaps I'm not in the mood for it. I mean, how much have I spoken about this bloody lip liner? It's Chai from Beauty Pie. And then I get a little brush, smudge it a little bit, and then this is the Clarins lip oil in the shade Cherry, slightly tinted, and I just am putting that on top. This has been like my everyday Where does the phrase everyday makeup look come from? Because who on this earth wears makeup every day? Not me, sweetheart. Absolutely not. Do I need to put mascara on? Fine. I'm gonna cave. I'm gonna use the YSL Brown mascara because I have really been liking that. I'm just gonna do top mascara, I'm not doing bottom. In terms of brown mascara, slaps. I feel like for a day look you can fully get away with the no mascara thing, right? And embrace it, try it, I'm telling you. Okay. I look a bit like a ballerina. Oh, something else I've been loving is this, the Sol de Janeiro After Hours fragrance. Beautiful. I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Fix Plus alcohol-free long-lasting setting spray, Stay Over. That scent, firstly it just takes me back to when I worked for MAC. Secondly, it takes me back to Rent, because we got these in our Rent bags. This is my final look. I'm glad I slicked my hair up, that was a good move. I'm not entirely sure if this double denim look goes because it's two different types of denim, but I actually don't think I give a shit. But I've got my new Abercrombie, I'm just going to show you them, the curve jeans on. I have worn them 3 times this week, that's how comfortable they are. I'm not normally a jean kind of girl, and this is a very old shirt from Zara. I don't know if this goes, you know. Okay, smashed it. I found this monkey shirt that I got the shirt as a set, but it matches the jeans perfectly, so I'm going for this. And I'm going to wear I bought the Birkenstock clogs, I'll show you them downstairs. There we go, done. Also, bought these little earrings from MATCHA in Cardiff, and I am obsessed with them. I've not taken them out, well I've taken them out, but I've not stopped wearing them, you know. My little Birky clogs. I've used this white Primark bag for so many things. I love it. See you in a minute, darling boys. Enjoy Brittany. Hey brother, show everyone your outfit. Oh, the sigh. Go on. Look at these. Talk us through your vintage trainers that you think are fake, is it?
Yeah, I'm still not wholly convinced that they're real. But
trousers, let's see them up close. Very vibey. I'm obsessed with this t-shirt. You wore it in Crete. A new trim?
New trim.
Good evening. I actually didn't end up vlogging any of the meal because, you know, sometimes it just isn't appropriate to whack out the camera, and it was one of those times. But we had a really nice time. Me and Mole shared lamb and pork souvlaki, and we all had shared starters. It was delicious. I didn't wash my hair this evening because I'm going to put my bedding on to wash first thing, and I just didn't want to go to bed with wet hair, which is a bit gross, I know, because I've got gel in it, but it is what it is. Anyway, I feel like I've done some long ranty chats this vlog, so it's probably going to be longer than I feel. I really hope you've had a good week and are enjoying your Sunday so far. Thank you as always for all your support. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time.